Hello to all you folks out there in YouTube land. I thought that I would talk a little bit about this video and what I love about it. This is the first video that I made where the GoPro was very close to where the birds were spending their time. I actually had the idea to put it in this location when I was watching it from afar, and noticed the birds were spending a little bit of time on these hydrangea stems, and I just thought that it was very picturesque and wanted to capture some video that showed them not just eating but perching. A lot of the videos out there focus on just a stationary bird feeder in a natural setting and the animals come and go, but this was just very pretty to me, and so I made it a point to get the camera out there, especially while the snow was still on the ground. It creates such a clean, beautiful backdrop, and I'm so happy with how this video came out. The sun is streaming through really beautifully. There's even a little bit of lens flare up toward the top that I didn't find out about until I was editing, so that was a nice surprise. And I just got so much pleasure from culling the raw footage down to just where the birds were flying in and out and perching, and it gave me a little bit of inspiration, I think, for a video upcoming, because I also saw that they were spending some time on the bird bath in the background there. That's a natural stone bird bath that I adore, and actually need to do a repair on it, so that'll be a project once the weather warms up a little bit. But maybe just a video of the birds just hanging out, not eating, not hopping around, just taking a moment to just sit. Because like all of us, they are very busy. I just love this video. I'm watching it as I'm recording this narration, and I love just seeing the shadows of the birds, even when they're not in the frame. Even if a bird flies overhead but doesn't quite make it into the frame, you still see the shape of them in the shadow, the shape of the wings, the reflection of their sharp little movements, and I just love it. I could just watch this forever. I'm just noticing now that there's a stem from an allium in there too, and that's such a great little detail. I'm so pleased with how this came out, and I hope that anyone who is deciding to watch it enjoys it as well. The grackles are so funny. There's such big black birds, and they travel in packs. Flocks, I guess, is probably the right word for that. And it's intimidating. There are times of the year when I don't know what their habits are, but they will all show up at once and cover a full block, and they're loud, and they move in a swarm, and it's really otherworldly. And it's funny to me because they're skittish. The tiny little sparrows, yeah, they'll fly away if you walk by, but they'll pretty much come right back. But these grackles that are in huge, intimidating swarms, they are so deeply skittish, and it's just very funny to me. You would think that they'd be a little more secure and confident, but I don't know. The little sparrows are so funny. They just hop around. Usually I feed the birds right on my front steps. I have a front door that has a very large glass pane, and so this winter we had snow, real snow, for the first time in a decade, and I thought, let me give the little birdies a break and throw out some food for them, and then it would be pleasant for me to watch as well. And that has spiraled. But the little sparrows, you know, they hop right up to my front door happily eating and looking up at me, and I'm looking at them, and they're just unbothered. And I guess that's part of what happens if they live in a heavily, densely populated area, but not the grackles. The colors on the grackles are so gorgeous. I could watch them forever. The iridescence of their feathers is just mesmerizing. So excited that I got to film while there was snow on the ground. Like I had mentioned, it hadn't snowed in like this in a decade, and I'm so glad that I was able to capture it in this footage and give a true picture of a very specific, particular time of the year, a particular season, a particular place. It's a special thing. One thing that I'm enjoying about going through this footage is that I'm noticing birds that I haven't noticed just in passing, just coming in and out of my house. And it's really cool to be able to slow the footage down and say, well, who's that? Who's this little guy? And I love it. It's discovering things that were right there all along if you just slow it down and make an opportunity for yourself to enjoy it. Even the squirrel just coming up, looking at the camera, just checking it out and then going along his merry way. All these little critters just sort of hanging out and doing what they need to get done with a reasonable amount of harmony, and it's just really nice. It's peaceful and it's nice. I'm so happy with how the light is coming in, and it's gently lighting up the feathers and showing us such wonderful detail. It's so easy to forget that these things are here every day. Every day we can enjoy everything that's around us in this way, and it's just, oh, it's so easy to just forget and take it for granted. I'm really enjoying this project, and I hope that someone out there will enjoy the results of my efforts here and maybe feel a little better, a little calmer after watching one of these videos. We all need a little bit of that. Oh, these sweet little birds. Hip-hopping around. It's so easy to find beauty. Even with these hydrangeas, there, you know, you can see the little buds starting to come where the branches are going to grow from in the spring. I mean, if this cold hasn't killed it, hopefully it's a hardy one, but you know, it gives a promise of a future, that even though it's cold and, you know, somewhat unpleasant on the windy days, even in this picture, you know, it gives a promise that, like, better times are coming, warmer times. It'll be green and lush, and just have to wait it out, and we'll be all right. This light is so pretty. I love watching it on the snow and just seeing how the patterns change as the plants behind it move in the wind, and oh, it's just such a pretty thing. Light. How lucky that the sun moved in just the right way. We're able to look at these little guys, all lit up by the winter sun.